David Moyes has given his pre-match press conference ahead of Everton's clash with West Ham United at Goodison Park today. Counting down the games now at Goodison Park, just 5 left, including tomorrow. It's a big game for Everton, opportunity to put 3 points between ourselves and West Ham and keep the unbeaten run going. But David Moyes was asked firstly about Kevin Thelwell. Obviously, the news broke last week that Kevin Thelwell would be leaving. David Moyes was asked for his opinions on Kevin Thelwell leaving.
I don't know all the answers to that at the moment, Vinny, but I do know that, unfortunately, Kevin will be leaving his job. He's done a great job here over many, many years, and I have to say, going through some really difficult periods at the club here, the last few years, and making sure that they could stay as a Premier League club. So lots of admiration for the work he's done. But yeah, there's going to be a change, and all those bits are still getting pieced together at the moment. I've had one short conversation with Angus, that was all, because he has his job to do at Leeds and don't want to disrupt him while he's working there. So we're getting things together, we're starting to plan, but obviously again, league position and the league you're in is all.
As a result of Kevin Thelwell leaving, David Moyes was asked if work had begun on Everton's summer transfer strategy. Obviously, no director of football going to be in that role, it seems. This was David Moyes' answer to that one.
I think nowadays you need lots of help with player recruitment. You need lots of people around you to help that. I don't think it's like the old days where I used to be popping into Wigan to watch Leighton Baines play for Wigan on the way home, or going to watch Phil Jagielka at Sheffield United or something. It was. I think it's a much more difficult sort of area to be on your own, and you need people. You need lots of advice from your scouts and recruitment department. But we've not quite pulled it all together yet, but we're planning it and getting things.
There you go. Should be an interesting time ahead for Everton building up to that summer transfer window. Jarrad Branthwaite has been left out of Thomas Tuchel's first England squad. Lots of people not happy with that one. David Moyes was asked for his opinions on the young Everton defender missing out.
Well, I don't pick the England squad, so I can only say if you're looking at the last 6 or 7 weeks, Jarrad Branthwaite would be up there playing as well as any English centre half in the country at this moment in time. That's for sure. But no, the big thing what he needs to do, he needs to go and play for England under 21s and be the best player again, and then he gets selected again for the big team. So that's the instructions I'd be giving him. Go and show what you can do for the 21s, and Lee Carsley will pass good information back to the manager, and hopefully it'll get you back in the big squad. Doesn't need picking up because he's a young centre half at the moment. If you think of centre halves, a lot of them play and go on for a long time, so he's very, very early at his stage of his career. Even to be a full international, he is that. So no, got to learn your trade. You've got to keep working at it, keeping improving. And I told him go and play really well for the 21s and show Thomas that he should have taken you into the squad.
He's absolutely right, Jarrad. Just go in that 21. He has been called up to the England under 21 side, by the way. And who knows, after the weekend's games, he might be called up to the full team. But the manager's right. Just go and be the best player in the under 21s. Simple as that. He should be in the full squad, of course. He should. Dan Burn, Reece James, people like this. Come on. Quansah, do me a favour. But it's all about performing and go and perform and be the best player you can be. The manager gave an injury update. Seamus Coleman and Yusuf Chimiti have trained all week and will be in the squad, no problem. He was on the bench, of course, at Wolves. And he also said that Armando Broja should be on the bench tomorrow, which is good. It's good news, more options for the manager. So good that Broja is back in the squad as well. He's trained this week. And then he did say that Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Dwight McNeil and Iliman and Jai aren't too far away either. He didn't sort of hint with any time scales. Obviously, there's a break after tomorrow. Everton don't play again until the 2nd of April. But I imagine if everything goes well, those players will be available maybe the 1st, 2nd week in April, which will be a big boost to David Moyes and the squad. The manager himself has been named Manager of the Month for February. He's been in brilliant form, hasn't he? Everton have been tremendous since he come in. He steered us away from the relegation battle. We were a point ahead of the relegation zone when he came in, Everton are now 16 points clear of the drop, so he's done a tremendous job. Fully deserves the Manager of the Month award. Well done, David. And Jordan Pickford, just another little bit of news, has been named in the England squad today. Jarrad Branthwaite didn't get in. Pickford, of course, did. Comfortably England's best goalkeeper. And he will be flying the flag for Everton in that one. Some interesting news today that Colin Chong has made some quotes about Everton acquiring Nelson Dock that runs alongside, obviously, Bramley Moordock. Colin Chong said that negotiations to acquire the land at Nelson Dock with Peel has already begun. Chong said there's always an idea that we might be able to develop a complementary development to support the stadium's development. Our new ownership has tasked me with looking for a sports-led redevelopment and could be accommodated on Nelson Dock, and maybe even further if we can get the right partners to invest. We're currently going through fact-finding mission, carrying out surveys, and hopefully we'll have some information back in the next month or two. Our owners are very keen to secure Nelson Dock because they believe they'll do something good with it regardless. That's their mindset, which is a breath of fresh air. If I was given a wish list, it would be on top of it to secure Nelson Dock and protect the asset we've just developed. There you go. Very interesting that, obviously, the Freaking Group getting their feet right under the table now and wanting to start redeveloping stuff and making that area much better. And it's good. It's good. Let's now develop the squad as well and make this team as good as it possibly can be. The referee for tomorrow has been named. It is Darren Bond. He'll be assisted by Dan Robertson. No, I haven't got a lisp. His name is Robertson. And Mark Perry, there is assistants. Ruben Ricardo is the fourth official, and Chris Kavanagh is on VAR. So there you go. There you go. They're the referees who you can boo or cheer if he has a great game. And finally, Everton's under-21s are in action tonight. They face Arsenal at the Big Help Stadium. If you're a season ticket or a member, season ticket holder or a member, you think you can watch it live on YouTube. It kicks off at 7 o'clock, so good luck to the under-21s there. That's it for the news. Make sure you like, subscribe, do all that. Have a fantastic weekend, and hopefully the Blues will get 3 massive points tomorrow against West Ham. See you later.